Alright, so this one is called Last Line of Defense. And basically, you are the last line of defense when it comes to the challenges that you face in life. You know, you want to make sure that in everything that you are not a part of the opposing side. You are not working against yourself. No matter how challenging things become, no matter what negativity may want to enter your space, that you yourself don't take on that negativity and bury yourself deeper in a situation where you should be holding firm. So like if you look, you may observe that people are going through some challenges that they have never been through before. In many instances, the challenges back to back. Some of them all at the same time, creating a situation that's very overwhelming. But, in everything, them can't afford to lose them head and bury themselves deeper. Them can't afford to, do encourage themselves and do what them can do given or despite the situation. Them can't give up and just make things just, everything just turn over and situation become extremely desperate. No. And so, I just encourage everybody to just be the last line of defense, because the season will pass. Like, a lot of people going through some challenges now, and all them need to do is just do what them know is right and hold firm. Just keep doing what they know is right and hold firm, because you want when the season pass, you want when things are turning around, that you are prepared to seize the opportunities that will come. The last thing you want to happen is that the obstacles them are used to affect you gone, and the roadblocks gone, all of the challenges gone. But guess what? You are so traumatized by what happened that the only place you can look is in the rear view. It's like you're still thinking about, still absorbed with the challenges and what had happened, that you can't move forward, you can't seize the opportunities that are coming your way, and you don't want that to happen. Right? And you can't think about or expect persons to help you out. Like, if they can, God bless them. Because everybody going through their set of challenges. Even people with money are going through challenges. And so, when somebody can find the energy and the headspace to give a helping hand, that's amazing, God bless them. But if nobody helps you, it's not because you have, horrible friends or horrible people around you. It could be that they themselves are absorbed and overwhelmed by their set of challenges and wouldn't mind some help themselves. So, it's a different kind of situation, and we have to just be careful and just be observant of what's going on. A lot of persons, they're not as friendly, They're not as cheerful as they used to be, and understandably so, right? A lot of persons' livelihood get knocked, for the past year, and surviving by, the grace of friends and family members. And so, we're not alone, we're not alone in this challenge. But what you can do is to just make sure that you keep your mental health, in check. Make sure that you're not becoming depressed or stressed, to the point where you can't function. Because then, no, you're not going to have any use to yourself or use to anybody else. And in a situation like that, they just put it to the side. Because, you become useless. And it's on a way to say, but that is the reality if you can't function, right? And so, although you would want the world to stop and pause and allow you to catch up and allow you to get a breather, it doesn't work like that. You have to make time for that, and you have to balance it with all the other responsibilities and obligations that you have. So just do whatever you can do to hold firm. Do whatever you can do to have a positive outlook, or just a positive perspective. Try to find the good in what is happening in your own life, right? Hold on to the positive. Hold on to the good relationships that you have. Hold on to the good habits that you would have built over the years, and see how you can further improve yourself in the midst of the challenges that you face. In the midst of it all, see how you can come out better. And I would say for me, it's prayer. It's fasting. It's reading the word. It's listening to sermons. It's talking. It's meditating, and I know the kind of meditating. It's just having an idea and just rolling it over your mind. Just to see if there's more than meets the eye. So, I would just encourage everyone to just hold firm and trust God. These are unprecedented times, but I believe we're a resilient people, and you just have to hold firm. And don't dwell in a negative space for too long. I'm reminded of the Israelites. They came out of Egypt out of a negative situation, a tough, difficult situation. And, they wandered around in the wilderness for 40 years. And some biblical scholars will tell you that the journey from Egypt to the promised land is about 3 to 5 days. That's what some biblical scholars will tell you. And if you remember the story, they had sent some spies to check out the promised land, Canaan, right? And there were Canaanites there, and the spies came back, and they were talking about giants are over there, and so on and so forth. And Caleb was the one that was telling them, yeah, we can, it's a nice place, and